For me, bikepacking adventures are a story. But this time, it is not one of my own adventures. This is a story about building something bigger. A bikepacking community.
Hey, cheers, 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 cheers. Well done, well done, well done, well done.
Western Australia is home to the Munda Biddi, a world-class purpose-built long-distance bikepacking trail that weaves through stunning landscapes. And with it, there's a tight-knit community ready to lend a hand when you need advice, a spare part, or even just a friendly chat at a campsite.
Have a good day.
But here's the thing. The Munda Biddi's magic doesn't seem to stretch beyond the trail. A few months ago, on an overnight ride, we found ourselves asking, why stop here? Why not build a bikepacking community that reaches beyond this one iconic route? Instead of waiting for it to happen, we decided to make it happen. First, we launched an online group. Then we invited friends and spread the word. It wasn't long before we started organizing group rides and overnighters to get people together. Not just to ride, but to connect and to create something meaningful. One of those early rides was such a blast that I knew I had to organize one myself. With excitement bubbling and nerves creeping in, I planned what I thought was the ultimate community building route. I chose a nature playground tucked an hour or so outside the city, a place with more single track than your average bike park, tangled forests waiting to be explored, and a close-wheel drive track whispering adventure. And the crown jewel? Lunch at a cozy cafe, followed by wild camping along the river, complete with campfire, because fortunately, fire season was over. In my mind, it was the perfect recipe for building memories. A little discomfort, a dash of uncertainty, and a lot of fun, all wrapped up in great scenery, food, coffee, and the promise of a fire to gather around at night. But of course, no good story unfolds exactly as planned. Where's the fun in that? The night before the ride, I could barely sleep, excitement and anxiety swirling in my head. This was going to be my first group ride that I organized, and I wanted everything to be just right. I arrived at the starting point an hour early, heart racing, imagining the connections that would spark the day. And then I waited and waited. Eventually, it became clear. No one was coming.
Again on my own and my bike. Such a beautiful day, riding around welling up.
In hindsight, maybe it was too ambitious, too long for a group just starting out. But here's where the story takes a twist. As I rolled into the campsite, who do I see but one of our community members arriving with his 2 kids in tow. We'd met just 2 weeks earlier on another trip, and seeing them again felt like running into old friends. We spent the evening together, chatting and watching the kids roam free, turning a simple poop shovel into their favorite toy. There's something magical about the creativity of kids when you just let them be. And that night was definitely the best moment of the entire trip. Was my community building ride a success? Not in the way I had imagined it. But was it a failure? Not at all. This encounter reminded me what community is really about. It's not just about how many people show up to a ride, it's about the moments that happen when they do. It's the stories we create along the way, the connections made over coffee, and the shared laughs when things don't go according to plan. So, is our approach to building a bikepacking community the right one? I think so. We're doing it the only way that makes sense, by riding together, telling stories, sharing tips around campfires, and tackling the occasional hike a bike section. Building this community is something we can only do together. Whether you're just getting started or have years of bikepacking experience, your presence, stories, and passion are what will keep this community alive and growing. So let us all share our experience, support one another, and build something special.
For mine.
You changed your mind?
Yeah.
So you sure you're not going the wrong way? Huh?
This way will do me fine.
Yeah.